He is a dot now, a single, vibrating pixel of darkness in an ocean of blinding white. The colony is gone. The noise, the smell, the heat of thousands of bodies pressed together. It has all evaporated. There is no horizon behind him anymore. There is only the path he has carved into the snow, a temporary scar that the wind will erase in an hour. He is, by every biological definition, alone. But let's be careful with that word. There is a difference between being alone and being in exile. And to understand what is happening to him in this 70-kilometer march, we have to understand the geography of the void. When you finally leave the colony, when you quit the job that was killing your soul, or leave the marriage that was erasing your identity, or drop out of the degree you never wanted, you don't immediately arrive at paradise. You arrive here, the nothingness, the liminal space. It is the space between who you were and who you are becoming, and it is the most terrifying place on Earth. In the colony, there was noise, constant, reassuring noise. The noise told you what to do, it told you who to be, it distracted you. Here in the white silence, there is no distraction. There is only the sound of the wind and the deafening roar of your own thoughts. This is why we stay in bad situations for so long. We aren't afraid of the change. We are afraid of the silence that comes during the change. We are afraid of being left alone with our own minds. Look at him. He stumbles. He slides on his belly. He gets up. This is not a majestic montage. This is a struggle. 70 kilometers. For a human, that is an ultra-marathon. For a creature designed to torpedo through water, it is a physical impossibility. Every step is a violation of his anatomy. His muscles are burning. His energy reserves are depleting. Evolution is screaming at him. Turn back, you are dying. This is wrong. So why doesn't he turn back? The colony is still there. He could turn around right now, slide back down the ice and rejoin the huddle. He could be warm tonight. He could survive. But he keeps walking away. Why? Because he has discovered the difference between loneliness and solitude. These two words are often used interchangeably, but they are antonyms. Loneliness is the pain of being alone. It is the feeling of something being missing. It is a poverty of the self. You can feel lonely in a crowded room. In fact, the colony was the loneliest place on Earth for him, because he was surrounded by others but disconnected from himself. Solitude, on the other hand, is the glory of being alone. It is the state of being full. It is the realization that you are enough. In solitude, you are not missing company. You are keeping company with yourself. As he marches into this white wasteland, he is shedding the layers of the colony self. He is shedding the need for validation. He is shedding the fear of judgment. He is suffering. Yes, his body is breaking down, but his spirit is finally, for the first time in his life, intact. The landscape he is traversing is a metaphor for the dark night of the soul. Mystics and philosophers have written about this for centuries. It is the period of spiritual desolation that must occur. Before a transformation, it is the depression that hits you, when you realize your old life is gone, but your new life hasn't started yet. It is the cold turkey phase of addiction. It is the moment you look at the ceiling at 3 a.m. and wonder if you have made a terrible mistake. Watching him fall is painful. He trips over a ridge of ice. He lands hard. He stays down for a second. In that second, we project our own desire for safety onto him. Just stay down. We think, just give up. It's too hard. But he pushes himself up, not with the manic energy of the start, but with a slow, grinding determination. This is the part of the journey that isn't romantic. It's just work. It's the work of walking through the desert. It's the work of rebuilding a psyche. It's the understanding that the only way out is through. Scientists who analyzed this footage were baffled. They looked at his trajectory and said he was disoriented. They said his internal compass was broken. They assumed that because he wasn't walking toward food, he must be walking toward nothing. But look at the line. He is not wandering. He is not circling. He is moving with the precision of a laser. He is heading toward the mountains with more certainty than The rest of the colony heads toward the ocean. He isn't lost. We are the ones who are lost, because we think destination means utility. We think a destination is only valid if there is a paycheck or a meal at the end of it. We cannot conceive of a destination that is purely aesthetic, purely spiritual. He is walking toward the mountains simply because they are there, and because he is here. And the distance between them is a challenge he has accepted. There is a tragic beauty in this isolation. The whiteness of the landscape erases perspective. There is no sense of scale. He is a tiny biological machine, defying the thermodynamics of the universe. He is burning energy he cannot replenish. He is a candle burning itself out to illuminate a dark room. But notice his posture. Head up, eyes forward. He is not looking at the ground, he is looking at the horizon. This 70 kilometers march is a testament to the power of a false summit. In mountaineering, a false summit is when you climb a peak thinking it's the top, only to realize there is a higher, harder peak behind it. Life is a series of false summits. We leave the colony thinking the walk will be the hard part. We think, if I can just get through this transition, I will be happy. If I can just get this new job, I will be happy. If I can just survive this divorce, I will be happy. We treat the march as a means to an end, but for the penguin, the march is the end. The act of walking is the act of living. He is finally fully alive, perhaps for the first time, because he is fully engaged in a struggle of his own choosing. He is not suffering for the collective. He is suffering for his own vision. And that vision is pulling him forward like a magnet. The mountains are getting closer. The jagged peaks are starting to pierce the sky, breaking the monotony of the white horizon. They look like a fortress, a sanctuary. To him, they must look like the promised land. He imagines, perhaps, that when he reaches them, the wind will stop. He imagines that he will find answers in the stone. He imagines that the emptiness inside him will be filled by the majesty of the peaks. This is the great human delusion. We believe that the there will be better than the here. We believe that geography can solve psychology. We walk 70 kilometers or 70 years chasing a mirage of fulfillment. We tell ourselves that once we reach the top of the mountain, we will finally be able to breathe. He is closing the distance now. The texture of the snow changes. The incline begins. He has survived the nothingness. He has survived the silence. He has proven that he can exist without the colony. He has conquered the void, but the void was honest. The void was empty, and it admitted it was empty. The mountains are different. The mountains made a promise. They stood tall and silent and beckoned him from miles away. They promised significance. They promised an end to the journey. And the cruelest joke of the universe is not that we failed to reach our dreams. The cruelest joke is what happens when we do reach them. He walked for days, ignoring the sea, ignoring the food. Many think he was just wandering aimlessly, but he was staring fixedly at a specific point on the horizon. He knew exactly where he was going. He finally reached the mountains. He finally touched the goal he sacrificed everything for. And he found the end. Most people see this as a tragedy, a biological error. But if I told you that, actually, this penguin won, the death he found wasn't an accident. We watched him turn his back on the colony, survive the void, and reach the summit. But the mountains are just stone. They are just ice. There is no applause waiting for him. In the next video, we analyze the final, heartbreaking realization of his journey. The mountain was a lie, but why does he look so peaceful? Join us as we decode the final mystery of the penguin who walked away.